clearly I didn't do a very good job when I put this together. I just kind of slapped it on there so she wouldn't escape again. But we've now come into a new issue. Predators. Something tried to get in, not only here, but it successfully managed to get in here, while she's been trying to escape from the inside. And then again last night, something else dug its way inside. Now, Big Boy doesn't have that problem. He's pretty good down in that bottom building. But my concern is that I don't have a fence up for them yet, and I need them to have more space. And I don't want nothing to come after her no more. I know she's a little worried about it. The other day she acted a little funny. I made a makeshift little run for them so they can start getting outside more. And everybody seems to be enjoying it. I'm throwing the scratch on the ground. Still using a waterer that they have in the outdoor pen. They can hang out, get some sun, and then a slightly shaded indoor pen to get away from predators if that should happen. My only fear is that they'll fly out. But in my experience, all the ones that get out usually hang out right around it. They don't want to leave the flock. What's that, girl? So it's the wee hours of the morning. I'm up early editing, and I just realized that I didn't go through what it was that I did to set up the fence, what kind of fence it was, the posts and everything. I didn't do any of that like I was supposed to. I'm still getting used to video blogging and taking out the camera at all the right times, so I still have to get used to a lot of things. I still have to adjust. Essayons.
It's not the prettiest. It's not the highest quality. It's not even in a straight line. But it's done. And we'll test it out tonight. The only thing I didn't do is I did lay those metal bars underground around these two sides of the fence, but on this side, I just placed it on top. They're very heavy, and I'm gonna put that pole back there along it as well, and I'll leave that there for a little while. I don't think I'm finished on this side. I think I'm gonna make it bigger, and I think I'm gonna make a better door. And so I don't want to get too caught up in having to dig up too much stuff. So I'm just going to leave that there for now and see how that works. And then I've also got this makeshift pallet door. I got this makeshift pallet door here. And you'll have to lift it up over the poles and on the poles. But they can't dig it out from the bottom. And then it'll be bungee strapped here from the top to keep it tight. And then I'll also take another pallet and have it on the other side just as an extra precaution for when I go in. When I open this one, I want to have something blocking them from being able to get out on this side, which is why I made the doorway smaller on the inside than it is on the outside. On the inside, you have a half walkway, and on the outside, you've got the full door. And that's so that when I go in and out, I can have a smaller space to have to keep them from getting out of. We also went ahead and dug them in a wallow. It's not that deep, but for these two, they have a lot of fun just getting in the mud. So here in just a few minutes, I'm gonna wet everything down, get all the soil on the outsides nice and wet. And once that's all wet and soaked up, then I will let Big Boy out and see how it works out tonight. Finished it up earlier. I left that extremely long roll of wire. It's like 7-8 feet tall. I'm not going to use it for anything, I can assure you. I let them have it as a scratching post, and he actually loves to scratch on it so far. He's been doing pretty good. He hasn't tried to escape too many times. Seems to be comfortable. There are a few less than professional things I've done, but it's just extra precautions, and this is a temporary side on this for sure. Far more temporary than the other sides. So the other sides have the dug-in metal underneath. This one, actually, I put the metal on the outside just to remind myself to dig some in on this side as well. And then on this side, I just piled up all my scrap metal just along the fence just in case. And it's really not going to be necessary, but it's just in case. They love to dig and they love to scratch and wallow. My pigs are kind of ridiculous. As you can see, I just put the pallet over those posts, and then I bungee corded the pallet at the top and the bottom. But as you can tell, he's thoroughly enjoyed himself so far. He's rooting, and eating grass, and even wallowed in the wallow pit just a little bit. And every time I come by, he wants to come see me. And it may have taken all day, but I completed 2 tests. I have our berries, strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, grapes, all planted. Nice. It's a big mess to clean up tomorrow.